What's up, wrestling fans, trading card collectors? I'm Zhan Morning, and this is Wrestling with Cards. Today, we're going to look at the Wrestling Card Market Watch from December 2020. Stick around and check it out. This is a new style video I'm going to start doing each month, and it's going to be just a video about looking back at top sales, trends, and any other kind of weird things I can find within the sales of the wrestling card market. And for reference, I'll be using eBay. I know a lot of people don't like eBay, but come on, eBay is like the biggest platform for sports cards and hobby collectibles, all that good stuff. eBay's the biggest platform, so I think I can find the best references for prices and things sold. If this is your first time stopping by the channel, thanks for checking out the video. If you're a veteran to this channel, hey, thanks for stopping by as well. Give me one of these, hit that subscribe button, and let's get into it. So the first two cards we're looking at are the 2017 Topps WWE Triple Auto, Luke Harper, Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton. The second is a 2016 Topps WWE Triple Auto as well, featuring, again, Luke Harper and Bray Wyatt, but this time, Braun Strowman. Both of these cards sold for right around $2,500 a piece, which, in my opinion, is pretty high for these cards. I'm assuming this is mainly because of the passing of Luke Harper, John Huber, Brody Lee, whatever you want to refer to him as. He recently passed away in December, and these sales came just 3 days after that. But I want to look at a couple other vital pieces of information within here. What do these two cards have in common besides Luke Harper or Brody Lee? Bray Wyatt. You'll also notice Randy Orton on here. Randy Orton, Bray Wyatt. In my opinion, these are two names that you should keep an eye on going forward in the wrestling card market. And here's a few reasons why. These two have had a recent feud going on, which people seem to really enjoy just because it's different, involving The Fiend and also Alexa Bliss. So this could be another reason why there's been maybe a spotlight more on the Randy Orton rookie card as well, and the Bray Wyatt cards and Bray Wyatt Fiend cards. And like I mentioned, Alexa Bliss, I don't think Alexa Bliss cards are ever going to go out of style. Bray Wyatt's always had a fan base, no matter what incarnation of his character it's been in. And while we may never see Bray Wyatt as a Hulk Hogan, as a macho man, he's been on the top as far as like a champion, but he's not like the top guy, the Steve Austin, the Ric Flair, The Rock, that kind of, transcending pop culture, as I like to reference. So we may never see him at those levels, but he's always going to have rabid amount of fans. And in my opinion, I think this kind of makes all of his cards kind of a safe middle play, especially with the autographs. I mentioned Randy Orton and how maybe with this feud, his cards have gone up. And like I said, that 2002 Royal Rumble rookie card is what people seem to be clamoring after. Most everyone is familiar with the 82-83 Wrestling All-Stars. Most people are familiar with the 1997 Cardinal WWF Trivia card set. Both of those sets have become iconic for different reasons. A lot of smart people within the wrestling card hobby and within sports cards hobby as well, which is interesting that sometimes the sports card guys know more about wrestling cards than the wrestling fans. Kind of sad in my opinion, another topic for another show. But a lot of smart people that I know and talk to are predicting this 2002 Fleer Royal Rumble set as one of the next iconic sets because of the big four rookie cards, but also there's some other good base cards as well. Again, those big four being Brock Lesnar, John Cena, Batista, and as we mentioned, Randy Orton. In my opinion, Randy Orton's done enough to kind of label him as a future Hall of Famer and maybe one of the top stars in WWE history. I've only become a fan of Randy Orton, I would say, within the past 5 years. I used to really not like him, but I think his character, and he's always been a good wrestler, I think it's mainly his character, has kind of evolved recently. And again, as I stated earlier, people love this feud with Bray Wyatt. You can put me in that same boat. I'm a big believer in Randy Orton cards, specifically this 2002 Fleer Royal Rumble rookie card, but also, again, autographs. Autographs are a pretty good place to put your money, especially at the price that they're going at currently. And again, another reason why I like his cards is because we have seen him in movies. We have seen him in TV shows. He's more of a current top guy. Like Bray Wyatt, he may never be Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, The Rock, but he's going to be just below that. So if you're into his cards, I say keep going for him. The next card needs no introduction, but we're going to introduce it anyway. The 1997 Rocky Maivia WWF Cardinal Trivia card, and this is in a BGS 9.5 grade. No surprise that this card makes an appearance. Sold for $2,950 in this 9.5 BGS grade. While most of the card market prefers a PSA 10 over a BGS 9.5, in all honesty, they're very close, in my opinion. This card just continues to climb, and I honestly don't see it slowing down anytime soon. Sure, you may get some market dips here and there, but I think it might take one step back, 2 steps forward, and just keep climbing. Another reason I don't think this card's ever going to go down below what it was is because there are too many big-time influencers within the hobby, not just wrestling cards, but within the scope of the hobby, big-time influencers flexing and touting this card. If you're interested in adding this card to your collection, or you just think it's going to 10x in so many years, whatever you think that is, now's the time to buy it. If you're wanting to buy it tomorrow, you're already too late. The next card we're looking at is a 1998 Topps Nitro WCW NWO Booker T unsigned autograph card. An autograph card? Unsigned?
What?
This card's a big reason why I wanted to do a show in this style, because I think a lot of people just look at wrestling cards, sports cards, whatever you're into. They look at those that people are flexing all over social media. The 82 Hogan, the LeBron Topps Chrome rookie or the rookie refractor, 52 Mantle's real popular right now. Everybody's talking about these big-time cards, but yet there are these underlying cards that nobody's really considering. They're fetching a pretty good price. We've heard stories about this autograph set within the 98 and 99 Topps WCW NWO set. We've heard some were signed. We've heard some were unsigned. We've heard some were taken, but never signed, never even returned. Maybe they were signed and just never returned and they kept them. Maybe they were just thrown in the trash. We've heard it all.
It is garbage. What on?
All of the autograph cards in this set, the 98, 99 WCW NWO Topps, they all seem to either be very rare or maybe they're available, but they just fetch a really high price. People love this set. And the reason that this one went so high is because it is truly a one-of-a-kind item. And that just goes to show you that if you have a rare wrestling card or any other type of card, and maybe it's not the top level, you know, that 82 Hogan I like to reference, that 97 Rocky Maivia, maybe it's not that. But if all it takes is one buyer for one of your rare cards to go for a huge amount of money. So just food for thought as you're buying and selling and going through your collections. This next sale is actually a lot of 3 1982 Wrestling All-Stars. We already talked about it several times in this video, but this is a lot of a Hogan, Flair, and an Andre. Wow, what a lot. Somebody got the top 3 cards in the whole set for $5,499.99. If you look at the picture, you can clearly tell that whoever bought these and paid for these probably isn't expecting them to get PSA 9s or 10s. And this brings up an interesting topic. We all know, everybody knows, PSA 10, BGS 9.5, we all want those top grades. A lot of people, if you can't get it in the top grade, they don't want it, and that's fine, no problem. But I think a lot of people are missing some opportunities in lower end cards and lower graded cards. I think, say, PSA 5, PSA 4, PSA 6, even lower, PSA 1. Sure, I'll take it. I think there's 2 things that you can look at with these lower grade cards, or if you're buying raw expecting them to grade very low, and that is the gains that it can make. Sometimes, I could be wrong, but I've seen some gains on the lower entry price to the higher, then you have the higher to then even higher. Just my opinion, just from observations from what I've seen. I also think this presents an opportunity for people wanting to actually own the cards for their collection and get in at an affordable price. Maybe you want that Flair, you can't afford a BGS 9.5. Maybe you can afford a BGS 4? Yeah, not the greatest condition, but hey, it's a substantially less cost for you to add that to your collection. You can say, hey, I have it. Maybe you want to upgrade down the road. You can flip that into something else. That's another thing, just the opportunity of flipping on these lower ends. Buy something graded or raw at a lower grade, and then you can flip that. I think, as I said earlier, the gains could be pretty high and substantial in that range. I have a few more thoughts on these 3 cards, but I'm going to parlay that into this next card. And here we go, the highest selling card of December 2020, the 1982 Wrestling All-Stars Hulk Hogan PSA 9 Auto. I could be wrong here, but I'm pretty sure this sets the record for the highest selling wrestling card of all time. Again, if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. There isn't much more I need to say about this specific card. I think it's fantastic. I think it's great for wrestling cards to see an awesome card. Love Hogan, of course. But just to see a wrestling card sell for this amount and get the major publicity that it did. Another interesting note I want to take away from this card is from David Peck. David's also referenced this card numerous times as kind of being the 52 mantle is to baseball what this card is to wrestling. We recently saw a 52 mantle sell for $5.2 million. And it was the same grade as this Hogan, of course, no autograph. Now, I'm not saying the Hulk Hogan is going to sell for $5.2 million. But it could. Who knows? But I'm just comparing if the 52 mantle is selling for $5.2 million and the Hogan is selling for $36,000. That's a huge gap for similar players of their similar sports. Now, I know, again, baseball has a way bigger fan base than wrestling, but just food for thought. Also, clearly this is the wrestling card to own of all wrestling cards. So, something to shoot for if you want to get what is the best wrestling card, what's the top card. People know the Fleer 86 Michael Jordan rookie, 52 mantle, 82 Hogan is the wrestling card to own. And I want to wrap up my thoughts today on this show with combining those 82 All-Star cards and that 97 Rocky Maivia card that I was talking about. I spoke earlier about how I don't see the Rock card ever going down in value. It's just going to slowly keep trending up. I think the same thing about these 82 All-Stars. And in my opinion, now is the time to buy on these as well. I think these three cards, the Hogan, Andre, Ric Flair, and then the Rock, these are the type of cards that can maintain any kind of market crash, dips in value, because they're down, then they're up, then they're down a little bit, then they're up even higher than they were. And it just keeps going and going and going. So if you're looking for a really good place to put your money, I know they're more expensive, but these cards are it in my opinion. This is also not a pump and dump strategy. I 100% believe in what I'm saying on these. So again, regardless of conditions of these big cards I was talking about, now's the time to buy whatever grade or condition you can get them in. I hope this helped you kind of navigate the wrestling card market. Stay tuned next month where we'll be going over the January sales and kind of some interesting things I find in there. Hope you liked the video. Give me one of these. Hit that subscribe button. Click the videos on the screen for more great wrestling card information. I'll see you there.